It's Ace Attorney Investigations, episode 11. We're here. We're playing some more Ace Attorney Investigation. I'm enjoying myself. It's fun, you know? I like it. I like stuff that has to do with some stuff that we're playing some stuff. Let's keep the stuff going. Let's keep it going. Meekins testimony stuff. Let's do it. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. Previously, dude came in and was like, we gotta suspect Officer Meekins for this because he was standing by the garage and that's very suspicious. He's not supposed to be over here, so what was he doing over here? It's like, all right, let's figure that out. I wasn't assigned to this area. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role, selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badger mobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! Alright. It's true, sir. Wasn't assigned to this area. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile. Okay, show me... I'm not presenting anything yet. I just want to check this. Blue Badger mobile. Mobile shop on 3 wheels. Was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. Okay. We don't have... Yeah, this is this one. Okay, so this is the one that he used then. Which means it does not match those tracks that are out there. Or does that mean that it does? I don't know. But let's go back. And let's go back again. I think we were better off just pressing everything. All right then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? Well, it's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. Yeah, I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you're dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile. Okay. What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children. You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it... The good old drop kick. I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, That's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekins' story, but I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. What do you mean some prodding? I pressed every statement. Else when yep. But I got completely caught up in a row, yep. Before I know it, I found myself here in this. Yeah, I pressed all these things. I don't. Park attractions. Let's check the land pamphlet. Alright, he was at the main gate. And now we're over in Wild West. Which is. Alright, this is the main area. Wild West isn't that far away. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to get here. Is this all water? Is this water right? No, it can't be. There's like buildings in it. Badgers, only one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger family. I don't think that is an issue. Bad badger's head, that's not an issue. Detailing info on the badger family. Keeps the peace. Doesn't seem like a problem. Alright. Stolen costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad. Victim shot through ABD through shoulder, a touch check button for details. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area. But we don't have anything related to... So the Wild West area garage. But you parked the thing in the garage. Let's see, would we... I gotta play kind of a role selling dreams to the children, sir. Well, darn it. What do you think? Are you trying to buy yourself some time? Because I don't see what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. So sorry, I will do better next time, please. Sounds like it's simply, yeah. However, there's one flaw. What is the flaw? I have a feeling they don't need some prodding. Do we just have, is this one of those things where it's like you just have to press it again? Or it's like, oh, you have to press this statement, and then you have to press the other statement. So, in which case, let's try it. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. While selling dreams in the Blue Badger Mobile. Maybe we present the Blue Badger Mobile here. Yeah! I'm the best. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir? I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger Mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Ah! Actually, I had just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger Mobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used, all right, to move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me! Sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir! Agent Lang, wait! What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth schmooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued. A worthy adversary, this dude seems to be. Oh yeah, let's save. And also, I got to save here as well. Huh. Bam, bam, bam. I want to go to Gatewater Land. Chased out like a pair of peasants. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kay. There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything, however I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with, ever. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself. All right, and I'm going to work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go! I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium! Hurry, sir! This is supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? You! You! What did we tell you about leaving your assigned post? The jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir! Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Please don't be somebody I recognize from previous games. I thought there was a witness here. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth! Who's that? Who are you? Oh, is that Emma Skye? Wow! Okay, you know what? I make an exception for this one. Long time no see! You are Miss Emma Skye, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor, but I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth! Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet! More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Oh, okay, we were just like really far away from you for some reason. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go, but I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Skye. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do! So, why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced on over here. I had really wanted to welcome you back at the airport, but I had just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was here? Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I use these to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? I guess we're done talking to you then. I assume this is another Badger-mobile? Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car. Yes, this is the retina-searing pink model. What's that off in the distance? Oh, it's the Pink Badger. Oh, hey, it's the Pink Badger. Badger, get! Badger, 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 Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things? I think this Badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are you, by chance, the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. Kay, it's time for you to take her mask off, please. Oh my god, kill me now. Kill me with 1,000 stab wounds and 50 gunshots and an explosion and an incineration. Ah, I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore. You're... No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief. Edgy Poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really? I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm going to just be direct. I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare. So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now I'm just the Pink Badger, dearie. She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman. My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy. Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday. What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you? Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels on the last time we met? I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in where there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poo. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter what they get with young girls. Why, just the other day it happened to notice me. He went and got into an arranged marriage with a 16-year-old, but he sees her at all, as they say, the permissive and everything. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, please, I'm begging you, by all means, do not provoke her any further. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness. Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today. I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that? So it's true. She is the witness. I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag. Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder. You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes? Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Oh no, not testimony. Why do you do this to me? I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you. Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately. What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo? Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. I came to the stadium to take a short break. I mean, just press everything to start. You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger? You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know. Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting? Oh yes, that. Well. As I was resting, I happened to glance over, saw two men facing each other in that area. You saw two men? Can you describe them for me? They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that. But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful. Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men. Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous. It's all right, Edgy Poo. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. Yeah, just one gunshot. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place? Absolutely! That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired. You didn't try to go help the person that got shot? I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find someone who could help. Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony. Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory? Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem. Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? So, about this new problem, what is that giant grin on your face for? Do you want me to show you something really nice? No, thank you. Don't be so mean! I swear it's something you're going to like! What is that gadget you're holding? What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief. I should have known it would be worthless. Aw, don't be like that. What do you think now? What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air. I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood! What is this? This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief. Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a little bit too far. Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts, but I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see, this old bag said that the two men were facing each other, and then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground. Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past. See? So what do you think? I have to say I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days. Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu. Indeed. Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange. In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of the witness's testimony. You got it! You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth. Right now, this simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification. Feel free to examine anything in this simulation in the way you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so you just let me know, okay? Damn, we getting high-tech in here. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here. That's right, but if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction. Huh? What? Where? If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Murder notes?
Take that!
This is the contradiction. Huh? Is something wrong with my recreation? If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one? Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right? Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony. Edgy Poo! How can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down! You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. But she said they were two men. She didn't say they were in costume. Let's see. Victim was kidnapper. Why is there no blood? Those things will not go together. I can't... Does this dude have a strap on? Or is that just the car behind him, like, that we can see through the hologram? It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Kay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief. She has a point. This is all that there is, though. This is amazing! Just feel the power of science! Okay, but you don't have anything to say. What is this? Some sort of new attraction? And you don't have anything to say either. It looks like they broke the stage down. The stage I saw this morning in the center of the stadium has been packed away. I guess this means they're done for the day. Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. It looks like they broke the stage down. Okay. Well, can we use that with something? Why is there no blood? Stage was packed up. It was cleaned when they packed the stage up? No? What do you... That seems reasonable to me. Whatever. Is the victim in a costume? Should we do it like this? Ah, okay. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume? So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was, and that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes, then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground. Yes, but not entirely. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume. You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Put some footprints into the thing. Do it! Do it now! Was the victim really wearing a costume? Maybe we can find out if we did some footprint analysis forensics. Okay. And we would do that how? We just click on you? Yes? Recreation, aha. So, you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof we need? Yeah, of course! Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, it can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although, Little Thief was originally intended to be a training sim for heists. A training sim for thievery? I don't believe I can turn a deaf ear to that, Kay. Bah, it's for practice! Practice! It's not like I've actually stolen anything yet. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation, so stop nitpicking. Even if it is just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although, admittedly, this device is rather useful in an investigation. So how am I supposed to use this to aid my investigation? Oh, that's right! I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present in our time, but were in the past. Things outlined in a dotted line are things that exist now, but didn't in the past. I see. You can examine and interact with replicated people and objects as you normally do. You can even present evidence whenever you find an inconsistency. Oh, and be sure to point out mistakes in the recreation with evidence too. Very well, let's continue with the investigation. If there's something you don't get about Little Thief, feel free to ask anytime, okay. I want to present... nothing. Can I ask you about the footprints? Or something? Can I ask you about anything? Is it this dude? Did you see him? Go on, Itchy Poo, show me anything and I'll tell you all about it. Very well. What do you think about this? It's nothing special. Somehow I figured she'd say as much. What might we present to you that you would know about? Were any of them wearing this? Yet another blue badger? I've had my fill of these things for a lifetime. Thank you for the extra commentary, but all I wanted was for you to take a look. Oh, all right, I guess I can do that. But only because it's you, Edgy Poo. What is wrong with this thing? Why is this blue badger wearing sunglasses? How could she have not noticed all this time? Blue Badger Bible. It's like a lineup of ugly thugs. You cut to the quick. Only behind the scenes, I'm the pink badger right now to the kids. But don't you think I'd be even more lovable if I kept this headpiece off? Think of the children. You're the one who wants to keep their sweet dreams alive, right? Thanks to this, people have been taking my picture all day. It's like I'm one of the mascot characters at this park. It's not like, you are the mascot character. Well, one of them anyway. But you have no idea how hard it is to be one. You're not allowed to talk at all. Taking away my ability to talk halves my effectiveness as a human being. You have a hard time not talking? But it seems like such an easy thing to do. What do you know, youngin'? Just wait until you're my age and then we'll see. Is it possible this loud old lady was once a quiet, fair maiden? Huh, impossible. Alright, but none of this is helpful. I don't have any more logic to put together. Like, there's no way... Yeah, there's only... Well, okay, there's only one thing, so definitely there's no way. It's the silhouette of the killer with a gun. Can't recreate the face. Alright. Victim... Can we, like, stop wearing this and go back somewhere else or something? Like, what do you want? Where am I supposed to get this other piece of information from? Unless, didn't we just, like, get something in the organizer? No, not that. Although, we never checked this. It's the victim's pendant, which is shaped like a horse. It's got a real dignified look on its face. That makes it worth all the more. Oh no, Mr. Edgeworth! What? Did you find an important piece of evidence? This is made of platinum silver. That makes this thing super valuable. I've seen this type of jewelry at a lot of stores before, so I know it when I see it. Okay, if you ever laid so much as a finger on those pieces of jewelry. What, me? I never do something like that. Is it possible that she has never wanted to steal from a jewelry store before? It's the victim's pendant, which is shaped like a horse. It's got real this, where the, yeah, okay. Same stuff. Same stuff, alright, but what's different, or like what's important about it? On the back side, it says Colin Devereux. The name Colin Devereux is engraved here. I really admire people who carve their own names into a pendant. Oh, and why would that be? You have no imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you ever think that maybe people want to have their loved ones always nearby? It's not as if I have a wedding band and I have no interest in accessorizing. I suppose. Anyway, you know what? More than wearing flashy accessories, I'd rather be engraving my name into every treasure I can find all around the world. A sign of affection is one thing, but blatant vandalizing is just a bit different. Why are you showing me? Why would that be at the top? This doesn't mean anything. Alright, so we got nothing out of that. And they didn't give me any new organizer things to check. Unless there's more murder notes. Point right shoulder. Evidence of blood at the real murder site. But there's not, because we're thinking that he was wearing a costume. And we tried presenting that to him. And that did not do anything. She said she would recognize him if she saw him again. May I present to you... No, I can't present profiles. Okie dokie then. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do right now. Dude, there's nothing else around here. You know what I'm saying? Do you have anything to say? Oh, footprint analysis, okay. There we go. Now you're gonna be useful. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints. Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed. Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints? Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything. Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area. Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look, right there. I don't see anything. Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume. Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest. Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Alright, that's all. In that case, I'll update Little Thief simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. Ooh. Damn right, investigation complete. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right? I see the recreation has changed in accordance with this new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention. What do you want? Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. And that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I will see you guys next time.